I'm trying to tell you.
Shut up, man.
I know. Honestly, I don't know. I just think that he's a player's coach. He was a player's coach. I think he speaks the language of the player.
He was a player.
He was a player. And I think a lot of guys in his position want to play for somebody who understands what it is to hold a basketball and to do it at a high level. So he did it with the Lakers back in the day. Now he's doing it with the Heat.
The thing is that Jimmy Butler fits Miami's mental scheme as far as sports, especially with basketball. Miami's always been a tough team. Grinder.
I mean, you kind of have to be in our division, though. That's the thing. I mean, we played...
Got the freaking Hawks.
Chicago? Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's been tough, man. It's been tough for a real long time. I mean, Pat Riley, I'm going to be straight up, bro. He's a closer.
Best GM in the world.
He's a closer.
Best GM in the world.
I mean...
In any sport. Say what you want. He knows what he's doing.
Bro, he robbed so many teams.
Straight
from
up.
This guy.
He did what, like, at one point it was like a 4-team deal, 5-team deal. I don't know. He was like the Godfather, just straight up going
Moving money.
Bruh. It was crazy.
He was moving money around.
Pat Riley.
Jeez.
Pat
Kudos,
Riley,
bro, because you put Miami back on the map.
I can't wait till he retires and puts out like his top 10 business secrets.
Oh my God, this guy's a mogul with business. I mean, he at the minimum he's
Mark Cuban. Who?
Mark Cuban's a shark. He's all about how much money he's gonna make. He's not about spending the money unless he's getting the money back. I just think Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks mentality as far as basketball is so far away to what this city is used to. The Cowboys, Jerry, he is a freaking businessman. He's a player's like man. Just like how Pat Riley is, up to a certain point. Because here's the deal. Here's what I like about Jerry Jones. He gives people second and third chances.
He does. If it'll make him money, he does.
Pat Riley is technically doing that with this man right here. Why? Because he's been in 3 teams in 4 years.
Yeah, but he's also putting up the numbers.
I mean, he is, but he's not. What he's also putting is, it's like you're hiring, right? You have somebody that's in the resume. They do great in a lot of jobs, but they're jumping, every 4 months, 6 months here, 6 months there. Like, there's no consistency.
Yeah.
But it could also be that the candidate hasn't found a spot where he wants to lay his roots. And I feel like Miami Heat will be Jimmy Butler's roots.
How long is his contract,
4 years.
That's a good start.
He's 29.
It's a good start.
Cool.
Getting him in his peak years, probably the best basketball is still ahead of him.
Yep.
I'm still holding out hope that somehow he can finagle something out of the Lakers, and maybe what if we get a Kawhi? Just saying. Just a what if?
Bro, that's not gonna happen.
What if it's a what if? I'm not saying it is. I know it's most likely not gonna happen.
We just don't got the money for it, bro. We had to dump some bodies in the river to get Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean?
Bro, they had to go call freaking Scarface to do some dirty work. But with all that said, guys, we are about to close it up and call it a day. Any big plans for 4th of July, homie?
We're going to hang out with some friends this weekend up in Allen, Texas. They invited us over. We're going to have some barbecue, some pool fun. You know what I mean?
Dale.
So, man, we're just going to have some fun. And then the next day, go right back to work. You know what I mean? And then, boom, weekend.
Bro, I got a cool little 4-day weekend.
For real?
Yeah, man.
You off tomorrow?
I get off early tomorrow.
Okay, I got you.
And then I got to go teach class in the afternoon. Then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go back to work Monday. So my company, which I will keep them out of the airways, takes 4th of July pretty seriously. So my department is closing down.
I like it, bro.
So I'm dope. I'm cool with it. I'm getting paid for all of it. So... Vámonos de aquí, bro. So,
right.
Final thoughts, man. What do you think about Vic? I know that was kind of like a last-minute deal. Wasn't an official interview.
Yeah, no.
Next time we have her on, we'll talk about Revolheart. We'll talk about all her business dealings.
That's
but
right. I mean, like I was telling you, if she ever comes to Dallas and opens up a gym, I want her to be my coach. I used to box back in the day, and I would love to just get back in shape, get my hands up, get my shoulders loose again, bro, because I'm 30 going on 60, bro. My shoulders is trash.
Yeah.
They hurt me. I'm hurt.
What are your thoughts on her like technical knowledge on some of the like MMA and fighting, bro? Like, mind you, she trains fighters like legitimately.
The way that I saw her expression and the way that she was talking, the only way that came to my mind was she reminded me of a pastor up there in a pulpit that has so much to say in such a short period of time and doesn't have the time to say everything. And I feel like I want to pick her brain.
Can I tell you something she will never brag about?
What?
You know who she came up with?
Who?
Freddie
Roach? Nah. Man.
For real.
That's amazing.
She was one of the main sparring partners for Ann Wolf when she was up there with Freddie.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
She got hands.
And she wrestles? I heard her saying...
She does jiu-jitsu now. She just started doing jiu-jitsu, yes.
Wow.
So, when I first met her, she took me to her gym, sub fighter out in Laguna in California. And, I told her, where I trained and, being the fighter the fighter at heart, you never give away your hands. You just kind of invite people.
Right.
And straight up, we do the workout and, she gives me the compliment that I got to smoke. What she said, right? But here we go. Then we go into round robin sparring. Kind of, if you ever know what that is, it's
I don't. Could you explain that, please?
Kind of like what Mayweather calls a doghouse.
The doghouse, okay.
Where there's a bunch of people and like you go 7 rounds with different people.
Oh,
like you're in there, you 7 rounds with different people, and it was my turn.
So 7 people, one round each.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So, but
1 round with this, 1 round with that.
I think I ended up doing like 9 rounds that day. With different people. Like, I went in for 9 rounds straight, and I got 7 people. 7, 8 different people each round.
That sounds like fun. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of is getting my heart pumping right now.
So, I go in,
Jeez.
right? I take on a couple of her buddies. I do okay.
And you were heavier back then.
I was heavier.
Wow.
I do okay, but then she hops in.
Bink, bink.
Bro,
bink, bink.
Like here's the thing. It wasn't like she hit hard. She does hit hard. Don't get me wrong. But it was the school that she took me to.
The overwhelming.
Not even that.
Couldn't even breathe. Hands.
It wasn't even that.
No?
It was... I never felt safe.
Oh, that's scary.
I never felt
safe.
safe.
That's a dark place.
So, like, we're boxing, and I remember I'm pressuring her. I'm kind of, I'm trying to do the Kodo thing, pressure her, and she taps me on the head. I counter with a right... And she, like Muhammad Ali, takes a half a step back and shoots that uppercut right down the middle.
Nah.
Busts me open.
So she did a...
Blah. No, she goes...
Oh, okay.
Like straight up, she smacks my guard down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here, and she just straight...
And this is with boxing gloves or MMA
boxing gloves?
Okay. I was about to say that.
And it wasn't... What hurt about it wasn't the punch itself. It felt stiff. Like, it was like all just straight rotation of the body, no arm movement. Pop! Ran my head right into it.
Like, he wasn't trying to feel that again.
And then she grabbed me and she whispers in my ear, "Good job on the pressure, but hey, I'm going to take you to school."
Nah.
And the rest of the round, she was just piecing me up. And like I said, it wasn't like an overwhelming pace. Okay. It wasn't an overwhelming pace where I'm just getting like pieced up and embarrassed. It was like I never felt safe.
Technical.
Super technical. Yeah. And I caught her a couple times, and this is when I realized that women aren't weak. Mm-hmm. This is what I mean. Like, she broke a lot of my barriers on what I think of what a person is. She straight up took me to school, and I was like, this is what boxing does. Because at the time, I was training kickboxing exclusively. So doing a boxing, I was like, whatever, it's easier. No leg kicks, right? And it was like, cool, like whatever. Ever since that day, we've been like this.
Wow. Like
this.
It was awesome.
And that same day, I sparred one of her good friends who was, at the time, a 40-plus pro fight women's fighter, veteran, who took me to school too. But she took me into Mexican boxing school. Learned a lot. Like, I think that day transformed my life as far as what it is to train with a fighter, train as a fighter, and take it into like a legitimate pro level seriousness. That's why when fighters, young guys, come to me and they tell me they want to fight, I look at them in the eye. Are you going to quit your job and train full time? I don't know. I think I could do. No, you can't.
Yeah, that's your job, bro.
Like you want to be a pro fighter, you're gonna have to sleep in your car. You're gonna have to sleep on somebody's couch. You're gonna have to eat shit and train your ass off for 5, 6, 7 years until you make it.
That's crazy, bro.
And the thing is, I thought I knew until I went to school with her. And I don't mean school as in university, and I don't mean school as in grade school. I'm talking about hard knocks. I learned more about fighting and cornering fighters from that woman than I ever did before. And I'll say this and I'll take this to my grave. She is the best boxing trainer nobody knows about. And it's not because of the big names she's helped. She's helped people like Ashley Evans Smith, Chris Cyborg. Fighters, legitimate fighters. It's her knowledge and the things that she knows. That if she'd ever decided to do it full time, she's gonna make a world champion out of somebody. And it's not to hype her up. Because she hates the hype. You met her.
I know.
She hates the hype.
Okay.
She's humble. She doesn't want it. She just wants to do her thing and be done. But I'm telling you, she is the best boxing trainer for MMA or boxing in the country that nobody knows about. Yes, there's the Robert Guerreros. There's Freddie Roach. She is the best that nobody knows about. And I'll tell you this. Wherever she goes and she says, Danny, I need you, I'm coming. I'm flying. And I love her to death. She is more love than anybody can ask for. She's straight up, dude. Like, I love her to death. And these are the kinds of people I like to surround myself around with.
Oh, yeah, man. It's definitely good vibes. I mean, nothing but love. I mean, she didn't even know me, and she reached out for a hug. And to be honest, bro, where we come from, that's very normal. You say hi to somebody, you hug, and you give a kiss on the cheek, especially if it's a woman. Obviously, you don't do that with a guy, right? I mean, unless it's your dad. But, I mean, and she did that. And I haven't done that in God knows how long. Like, she hugged me, and I was like, whoa.
That's love, man. That's the love, dude. And that's what she is. She is, I hate to say it, dude. I don't hate to say it. I love to say this about her. She is one of the most loving people I've ever met. Yet she will kill you. She will kill you. And I love her to death. And she's talked me through like a lot of the weight loss stuff, and she's put some stuff in my ear. And I've done the same thing to her. She is. That's how I know God exists, because of people like her. Straight up. And then I say that because I don't like surrounding myself with bad people.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it is like that. Like, she gets that fighter's mentality. Like there's certain things. I love my wife. I love my wife. My wife is my best friend. She's my confidant. She's my ride or die. This lady understands me at a different level. Like, I've known her for 10 plus years, and she just gets me. Like, we talk, and she gets that fighter's mentality. Like she understands when, like, I want to whoop somebody's ass, and she'll be like, nah, homie, you'll be fine. Like she understands that I have a dark place in my head. Like, that dark place, like, she understands that there's a killer in my head.
Yeah, bro.
She understands that. My wife doesn't. Like, she knows it's there, but she doesn't know how to relate to that. Does that make sense?
Of course. I mean,
like, Vic relates to that dark nature that I have. Like, so do you. You understand?
It's a low-key rage, anger that, you know, it gets you, got us in trouble when we were young.
Yeah.
And you grow up, you learn to harness that, and, like, hey, you use that to drive in certain areas of your life.
Like when I was getting ready for my last tournament, I was talking to her a lot. She's an awesome mental coach. This is why I say she's going to make a world champion out of somebody. Because she knows how to bring out that savage person out of somebody. Like, she knows it's like, hey, you know that dark place where you don't like to go to?
You've been giving me goosebumps, bro.
You know that dark place
thinking
where...
Thinking about it, it's like... I've been there so long.
You know that dark place where like, it doesn't matter if it's Brock Lesnar or the biggest, baddest fighter in the world, like, they can't touch you when you go to that dark place?
I think, an addiction to that playing football, and when I used to, box train.
Football never brought it out of me.
Oh man,
Football never brought it out of me.
You don't understand, bro.